Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Tea&Art. I hope you all are well, so let's start today's video. So today I will be making a frog and I will be trying two techniques in this frog, and the technique that I will be trying is going to be Petri dish with the cloud effect. So for this you need to have a high viscosity resin, meaning a thick resin. So I have mixed my resin here. I have taken Alicam resin, their mastercast. It is a thick resin and it's best for creating the effects. It's been a while I haven't tried this technique, and it was in my mind to create something in the frog, as a frog is a deep mold, and in the deep mold it creates a very interesting effect. So I have poured the resin in the frog and I have poured little resin into the small container you have seen. It's around, I think, 10 ml of resin, and I will be pouring resin in 2 cups, 10 ml each. In one of the small container I am adding ghost mica, and it is a ghost mica interference blue color. So this is actually a fast curing resin, you can say that also. So you have to work a bit faster. This is the reason this creates effects and texture, as it is a thick resin to begin with. And in the other container I will be adding Pinata alcohol ink. It's white and I will be adding around 20 drops of it. So you can use any white alcohol ink you have. I have mixed my white resin, and the alcohol ink that I am taking are by Marabou. I'm using their inks, and then also by Pinata. You can use whatever alcohol ink you have. So this is now up to you, whatever color you want to go with. Just make sure the color you are working with do cooperate with each other, otherwise it will be looking like a muddy effect. These inks have a beautiful light effect. They are not so concentrated, but the effect is beautiful with these Marabou inks. The colors are very vibrant. And in between I'm using these pearl pinata. Actually I'm using this one of the green pinata alcohol ink, so it has a undertone of interference mica in it. So I will be adding the inks, and after that I will be using white alcohol ink by Let's Resin. And I got a little accident, and you can see the ink splashed on one direction. This bottle always gave me a problem, so I need to just check it out, and I will be pouring the alcohol ink. So here I'm adding the white alcohol ink, and you can see that I have added a lot of colors, and after that I am using this white alcohol ink on top. So as I was using a thick resin, so I didn't wait at all. And after dropping the white alcohol ink, there will be one layer more of the colored alcohol inks. So this is such a fun technique, and it's always a surprising technique. You don't know what effects you will get, but it's really fun to see what you get. So after adding the alcohol inks, now it's time to drop the interference that I showed you earlier. So I will be dropping it into the frog now. So this will create an interesting effect. So I will be randomly dropping it inside the frog. And then after that, the white that I mixed, I will be dropping that. And after that, I will be adding the rest of the interference resin into the frog. So now I'm just adding the interference resin and the white resin randomly into different places, just to see what effects I get. And now you can see my resin is getting thicker. As I am pouring, it is coming out a bit slow. So it's all done now, and I will leave this for about, you can say, 20 minutes, and after that I will meet you after 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes, I have taken a toothpick and I will be making a little bit of deep swirls, just to create an interesting effect. As I have poured the interference mica, the white resin, so I'm just moving this a little bit, and this is the next day and the first layer is cured. So for the second layer, what I will be doing here is I will be using some fantasy film, or you can say the cellophane paper. So I will be putting this all on the back of the frog to create that interesting effect. If there is any negative space, this fantasy film will be peeking through and it will look interesting. So this is what I will be doing here. And after this, I will leave this to cure and I will see you next day. So this is the next day. It's time to demold. Let's see how the frog turns out. Just removing it slowly because I really don't want to break anything. And it's out of the mold, and let's see how this looks like. And this is how it looks like. I love the colors. It has a beautiful effect, although I got a little bit of dropping of this mica, and I know that this is not the mica. I have something inside the mica that has reached the top of the frog here. So not to worry, but I just love the effects that I got inside. I will let you see what I'm talking about, but it's such a cloudy, wispy effect inside the frog here. So just to make my frog more interesting, I will be adding a little bit of gold, and the area where I got the dropping of the mica, I added a little bit of fantasy paper just to hide it. So I'm just applying the gilding glue on the feet of the frog here, just to enhance it a little bit. So it's giving me like a blown glass effect, or you always get this sort of wispy effect in the blown glass. So I will be applying this onto the feet, and after that I will leave this to dry and it will get sticky, and then after that I will be applying the gold foil. So somehow my gold foil video got deleted, and so this is the gold foil that I'm talking about. I know that everyone knows about that. I use them a lot, but sometimes there are new people who don't know what I'm talking about. So for them, I'm just showing you. And after that, I'm adding a little bit of a gilding glue to different parts of the frog just to highlight some areas. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link any video above here so you will see what I'm talking about. So let's see the finished look. So this is the finished look of the frog here, and that is the golden foil that I was talking about. And now you can see that it looks so finished. I just love it. All the wispiness inside the frog. I hope the camera picks it up, but I want to tell you that it looks so beautiful in person. So much is going inside the frog here, and it's all in all such a beautiful project. I loved it. I might try it with other colors also. So this is it. I hope you liked it. It was a fun project and I really enjoyed doing it. Sometimes I really like to do things very different instead of doing the same things, just for fun, and also sharing the techniques. And here we go on the light. It looks so beautiful. Actually, this is now looking like a glass. It has such a beautiful effect and the light is showing that. It was really fun to look at. I took it outside in the sun also, and then on the lamp, and then in person. So every aspect of this frog is beautiful. Just make sure that you see the pictures at the end of the video, because in these pictures you can see the true effect that I was talking about, because the camera is in the video is not picking up the effect that I wanted to show you. So please do check the pictures in the end. So that's it for today. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please do let me know in comments, and also please like, subscribe and share. Thumbs up if you like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider do so, and take good care of yourself. Bye bye.